But I bet you that's what happens, is you've got the spring from the seal. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. So, it is Saturday morning, and it is bright out here. Checked on our twins. Actually watched the twin bull for like 45 minutes. And he ran mom all over that pen, trying to hook on and suck. So I was actually very encouraged to see that he knows where to go. He's got to get up and go to do it. Probably still might try and feed him a little bit with the bottle. Just coming out, checking out the cows. And everybody's just enjoying the sun. But the biggest thing on our list for today is, and this is a project once we start, we can't really stop. We have to go through and replace the seal on that wheel on the tractor. This guy right here, you can see how the oil has drained out. We pretty much top it off every single day. So I'm gonna try and feed this calf. Last night, I went Track Supply. They have this size, and this is just a tick different, I think, than what I usually get. But they had this 9-pound size, they had a 25 and a 50-pound. So I just got the 9. Partially because I don't like having a whole lot of open milk replacer on hand. I'd rather buy a 9-pound bag like that. This came with the big cup. Well, not a big cup, but a cup I'm not going to use. I like the little scoopers, like kind of like the ones if you do protein shakes that come in those containers, because then I can just count out how much I got, and I kind of just do it as a system like that. So 3, and I'm not going to do quite a half a bottle because I do want him to go over and try and get back on mom. The slower the water flows, the warmer it gets. This will be fine. Okay, that doesn't... Slow speed! Actually, that looks really good. There are still some clumps. Yeah, there's still a few clumps. But what I can do for that, though, I'll grab our trusty mixing bolt. We'll throw that in there. That'll be fine. All right, let's go try this out. That is really good. But I did discover a new issue in the barn. Some dumbass, this guy, did not open the last valve, so the water did not drain out last night. So the last 20 feet of water line is froze. It might not be a super huge issue today because it is supposed to get up to 36, but it did get down to like almost 0, low single digits last night. So I don't think anything broke, but we'll find out when it thaws out. So yeah, that was my bad. Dad's not gonna be happy. So this is the gap that I was talking about. This slips into here, and then there's a seal in there, and that wears out. Or at least that's one of them. There's a lip seal back in here, but we got to take all of these off, and then this is really, really heavy, and then slide it out. is that hub. I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can see it. There's definitely some grit and grime in here. So next what we got to do is take that tab off, pull that bolt out, and this comes off. That seal's gone. You mean the one that's chewed away?
Is it?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this and this are independent. So this has got to come out. But we really should have something wider than that.
Sure. This is Polish.
So we were able to get this out, and that slides into this bearing that that is looks like it is basically disintegrating. We had, I'm not even gonna dig for it. You can just see chunks, and that's literally where all this brass stuff comes from, because that caging is brass. That does make sense why it's all there, because you have a brass caging on that bearing.
Oh, this is the seal.
But I bet you that's what happens, is you've got the spring from the seal, and the seal lets go, and then gets into the bearing, and then the bearing goes. There we go. So we took a little bit of a lunch break. At least we got everything tore apart. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna check on the water pipe. I found a chunk of heat tape. I mean, the heat tape's at least warm. I don't think it's really thawing it out. Unfortunately, it needs to go this whole stretch. It's going to be froze all the way up to that little intersection. So hopefully it warms up in here. Twins are doing good. These guys are all doing good. Yep. All right, so we're back in the shop Sunday morning and getting back at our Mahindra project. And apparently a little more oil came out of here than normal. So we only had this, which we shouldn't have needed anymore, but there does, the axle here, they do share both sides plus the center. So it obviously has a little bit of tilt coming down, and it just drained in there. So more crap to clean up. That is much better now.
Holy shit, I'd rather put it on this way. Yeah, let's see what they
There's no movement on that O-ring. Wear it out.
When you look at what we did with that tractor the last, say, 2 months, we really didn't abuse it or anything. All we did is clean the yard over the place.
Yeah, and that's nothing. Yeah.
I mean, you took it off, I could have put it on for you.
Nice to bring. Unfortunately, there's no like check spot. We got the Mahindra mostly done. We got to go put the wheel back on, the tire back on. We got to finish filling it up with gear oil. It needs to work its way back into the axle. That's why it takes so long. But I think I got a heifer I got to throw in to the barn because it looks like she might be starting to calve. And honestly, even if she doesn't, she can sit in there for a couple hours. And if she does, she does. She doesn't, she doesn't. All right, that wasn't too bad. After we get that Mahindra ready to go, then we're gonna bring it down here and we gotta grind corn. All right, so we've got the gravity box full. Obviously we got the loader tractor back together, and just as we were getting everything set up here to get going, we had a new baby calf. It is out of our 431 heifer. She is a cowboy cut out of a beef maker. A really nice older cow that we actually got rid of because she did have a tick of an attitude. So she was one of those ones that were kind of like on the bubble. We have her daughter downstairs now with a mic drop, our very first mic drop. I was hoping for a little chrome, but didn't get any. So she is solid black, little bit of white around the navel, on the belly. So as you can hear in the background, we got the grinder mixer going. But like I also said before, we had a new baby calf. Yep, AK431. And she isn't 45 minutes old. But yeah, this is a nice calf. And like Dad asked me earlier, I suppose that's a keeper heifer. And yeah, it probably is going to be a keeper. I would probably put that in front of the State of War Bold Ruler. Like I said, this year is probably going to be one of those years where it's like we're probably only going to keep like 4 or 5 heifers, just kind of the normal natural turnover of the herd, not like the 7 or 8 like we've done the last couple of years, or at least this year. Kind of a bummer, but that just means there's going to be some really nice quality, especially genetic quality heifers for sale in the fall. So we're kind of getting to the end of feeding, but we got a little odds and ends we got to take care of. I'm running water in the barn, double checking the heifer calf, which already has been sucking. So kudos to Mom, and a mic drop calf. But I want to show you one little flexibility thing that we have with our gates. So where she is right now, we've got the green gate back here, and she has this little triangle. But since she's brand new, I want to give her a little more space. So I'll just V those gates out so it comes up against that post, and then in here, so these guys still have access to water. Granted, only 1 or 2 can fit in there at a time, but it gives a fresh mom, especially a heifer that is kind of like, what the heck's going on, gives her a little bit more space. So it's a pretty decent weekend. We got a lot of stuff done. Unfortunately, a good chunk of that was work on the Mahindra, but if it's broke, it's broke. It needs to get fixed. That's our daily runner. Got ground feed done. That was awesome. Got all the garbage feed out of the bin. We got about another week or so, week and a half on the girls that are in here, but probably by next weekend we might need to start looking at the crew out by the feeders. Some of the cows might need to come in. We do have some of that second round of AI that we actually AI some cows. We think we had a couple that stick there too, or that had stuck there too. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Can't complain about the weather if you're in the upper Midwest. It's weird. It's too warm for this time of year, but I ain't gonna, I'll take it. But please comment, like, subscribe, and thanks for coming.